Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the f*** up.
You're listening to Believe You Me with Michael the Count Bisping and Anthony Lionheart Smith.
By the way, welcome to the show, everybody. We are recording, right? We are recording. Jamahal Hill comes in, and welcome to the show, everybody. Comes in and sits like this.
Like the middle guy on the airplane.
I mean, you've lost a little weight. You're looking lean and mean, but, you know, close the legs, bro.
What makes you think I lost weight? What makes you think I'm just lean?
Well, you're looking big. You're looking jacked. I take it all back. I apologize. I annoyed him there. How we doing, lads?
I'm all good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. We're here in the Meta Studios. Thank you to Meta for having us. Pretty cool, right, Anthony?
Yeah, this is super cool.
Big fight week this week. Jamal, you're the perfect guy, and thank you for your time for coming in. Really appreciate it. I know you're a busy man. What's the right wording? What do I say? Your belt's on the line this weekend?
Man, I'm here to, as I tell people, I'm here to oversee my success.
Your children.
You know what I mean?
Keeping an eye on the kids.
I ain't gonna say children. I'm gonna say my succession.
Yeah.
You know? Because of being not planning on putting on whoever win, I ain't gonna do that to my kids.
Yeah.
You trying to get me Ian Gary?
No. I'm just saying. Like,
Shut your mouth, Mike. I don't want to hear that for a whole press conference.
No. But I'm just trying to not be offensive. You know what I mean? No. Because becoming the champ, it's an incredible achievement, and then because of injury, they're fighting for your belt. So I was like, you know, what would be the preferred terminology?
Well, for some, they would say that the same thing happened, and that some they would say. I gotta spit this.
It's okay. His metabolism. I'm going to say a lot of words starting with the words meta today. Right?
Yeah, but nah. For me, yeah, I feel like I'm really the true champion just because I feel like I'm the best. That's just what it is. So for me watching what it is on Saturday is just like who's going to be the steward. I'm the true king.
The temporary custodian of the belt.
You know,
who wins Saturday? We need a pick.
I go back and forth, man. I don't know. There's just a few things that I see. What I think it comes down to is, can Alex put him on his back foot? If Alex can put him on the back foot and start letting his hands go and letting his hands flow loosely, but Yuri does have some things that he can do off the back foot, but not a lot.
Yep.
So how do you feel like being here and watching it? Like, does that bother you?
No.
It bothers me.
It bothers you?
It does.
It pisses you off?
No, it doesn't piss me off. It just
gets on your tits?
It feels weird. It feels like we've had this like uncertainty in the division. So when you won the belt against Glover, it's like, all right, now we're gonna have this thing rolling, and then and then you get injured, and then there's nothing for a while, and then it's like two other. I don't know. It just feels weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that for sure. But like,
is it frustrating that you're not in the fight?
I'm always frustrated whenever I want to do something and I can't do it. You know, but for the most part, it's just like I made my peace with it. You know, like I'm big on focusing on things that I can control.
Obviously, both of you guys are in the same division, so obviously, you know, it's your belt, as you say, and you want to be champ one day as well. So you guys are looking at this. You've both got special vested interest in it. I'm going to tell you right now who wins this fight. I know. I've looked in the crystal ball. I figured it out. I've got the goods.
Who do you got?
Yuri Prohaska by a landslide.
A landslide. How do you see this? How do you think? How?
Right, okay, several things. I was going to stand up and give a demonstration. I was like, okay.
Oh, he's excited.
No. Well, he choked out Glover Teixeira for one. Right? That shows
that was a very
back and forth slobber knocker, round 5, made a mistake, he's tired. I get that.
Back and forth?
Yeah.
Back and forth? You think it was back and forth?
Bro, it was a long time ago. I've had a lot of alcohol since then. I don't know. At the time, it seemed back and forth.
Nah.
What, Yuri got his ass whooped?
Yuri was getting his ass whooped. He had moments. He had moments in that fight which he won. He won maybe like a round. But for the majority,
if that
majority
fifth
fight, he
round-
got his ass whooped.
If that 5th round finishes, Glover Teixeira wins a decision,
How
no
about
matter what.
this?
You're absolutely right. I remember now because I remember thinking if he didn't go for that double leg takedown, he would have won the
He
fight.
didn't go for a
Jumped the
double leg. He
guillotine.
jumped the
Yeah, it was that
guillotine.
guillotine.
Guillotine, whatever. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
I
yesterday
believe, why would you do that?
I was talking to Yuri yesterday.
Your words.
I was talking to Yuri yesterday, and we were talking about wrestling, right? And we're standing there. He's a big dude as well. I mean, you guys are big. Let's just stand up a second. Come on, guys, stand up.
I seen him this.
He's bigger than you, Anthony. He's bigger than you. He's got you, buddy.
Look, size don't
But I
matter.
was standing next to Yuri yesterday,
Pause, that was crazy.
and I don't know if it's the haircut, because that's a big standing on its top haircut. But I jokingly went for a single leg takedown. Jokingly for a split second. Do you know what he did?
What do you do?
He hit me with an uppercut. I swear to God, because he was so locked in his reflexes, he's so ready for the wicket. I went like that for a joke, and he went "Ding," and didn't even mean to do it. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So, like, he's dialed in. He says that Alex isn't a true martial artist.
Alex isn't going to be shooting, though.
No, he ain't going to be shooting. No, but I think Yuri is.
I think he will.
Yeah.
If he's smart, he will. I think you got to give Alex something else to look at instead of just. I think fundamentally Alex is the more technical striker,
Without question.
but I don't know. The more I've been digging into the tape to do these breakdowns and these telestrations for ESPN. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when the John and Stipe fight kind of fell out, I was like, oh man, like all right, like I guess this is the main event. I wasn't super interested in the fight, and then the more I dug into the film study on it, it's actually really interesting because both guys are fairly hittable. Like
Yeah.
I didn't realize how hittable Pereira was. Of course, Yuri is because of his style, but Pereira does get hit a lot.
And I think Yuri carries his style. You know, I've said it's a unique style. He has an open kind of guard. He has his chin carried up kind of high. So without question, Pereira can knock him out. But will he knock him out? We got to get a prediction from the champ.
Yeah, well, Pereira gets hit a lot because he wants to come forward.
Everything, and
He
his
wants to
hips are
control the center.
always square.
So that naturally comes with what you're gonna have to take. You have to take some to give some to make him go backwards. So there's that. But Yuri, his hands are down because he does that. It's a leveraging. It's an angle thing for him to try to swing and hit shots. But if he comes technical and he comes straight forward and just goes right through that and comes with the right setups, he can knock him out. He definitely can knock him out.
I think there's a good shot that like.
Who wins, Anthony?
Well, I'm leaning Alex Pereira, but
Okay.
it's not by a lot. It's just a little bit, and I think it's because of Yuri is he's hittable, but he's all like he takes a lot of leg kicks. Volkan Ozdemir battered him with leg kicks early on in that fight.
That's another thing.
Even the few kicks that Glover threw, he landed them. Reyes landed lots of kicks on him. Alex is going to throw a lot of kicks. The problem is the way that Alex throws his kicks. There's no like roundness to the kick, and he doesn't ever get his head off the center. So he like leads with the hip, and then it's this weird straight whip, and that's why he lands it so much because it's hard to see. But his hips are completely square. He's straight up and down. Izzy tattooed him a couple times with counters.
But that's because of the kickboxing style. You know,
Right.
a lot of kickboxing, traditional Muay Thai or kickboxing, they don't employ footwork. They don't necessarily employ the best head movement. That's skills from boxing that you have to incorporate into a mixed martial arts style.
But you also
And-
got to move your head though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And he
I'm saying
doesn't
that's
at all.
why. But
Yeah.
of course, you have to do
Right.
that. Who you picking, Anthony?
I think I'm going to go Alex. I think that
All right.
I think Yuri lets people back him up too much, and Alex fights really well moving forward.
I say Yuri. You say Alex. Jamal gets to pick the forfeit for whoever's wrong. Whoever loses this bet, Jamal, what do we have to do? You got to do Monday shows shirtless, topless, naked,
Completely naked.
100 push-ups.
Jamal's like, I ain't watching that
Nobody
shit.
wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see me with my top
You're not
off.
leaning one way or the other. Or you just don't want to tell us with this recording.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like serious. I don't know. I don't
Do you care? Honestly.
That's a good question.
know.
You don't care?
Okay, whose style? Because I know whose style I think I would match better with. Is there a style that you feel like I think I would match up better with Alex Pereira than Yuri?
Okay.
I would rather fight him if I had the choice because I think that's a better stylistic matchup for me. Is there one? Does it matter to you? Like, is there a guy that you're like, I think that matchup's easier to deal with and less of a pain in the ass?
No. Nah, because everybody come with their own challenges, right? So I feel like I'm the best. I feel like regardless of who the challenge is or who you put in front of me, I'm able to overcome that challenge.
Right. You figure that out.
I'm able to figure that out. And I feel like that's truly my gift. Like, I can go in regardless of style, just my style and my thing is just
See, I feel like Geary would,
as long as
you don't think Geary would be a pain in the ass? Like, just annoying?
Anybody can be like a pain ass.
I think he'd just be annoying.
I don't think so. I think it'd be fun. The things that he do,
I think it'd be fun for sure, but it'd be frustrating at times. Like, he's moving, he's switching stances, fucking hair's flipping all over the place.
The hair's poking you in the eye.
I wouldn't be worried.
At least you know what you're getting into with
hair.
Pereira. Like, he's predictable. You know what you're getting in there with. You know what the problems he's going to present are. Now, can you deal with them? That's a different story, and you got to work that out in training. But you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, that's where I look at fighting a little bit differently, because like the way he's flowing, the way he switches stances and things, I've fought and trained so much. I already have things for those.
Right.
So whenever he do, that's just more things. That's just more tools and things that I get to play with. So that's just more of a flow that I get to get into, more fun I get to have.
Whoa, we got people falling over in the background. Guys, get it together. This is Mark Zuckerberg's studio, okay? I don't know if you know this, he's training mixed martial arts. He might have a torn ACL, but he will come in here and whoop your ass, Harrington. Get it together. Lay off the booze. Jamal, obviously, regardless who wins, and you don't care, they're just holding the belt. They're just a place mark. They're just keeping the seat warm for you. When, in a perfect world, will that fight happen for you?
On a card that was going to generate a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. UFC 300, or is that too far away? That's April.
No, that's reasonable. UFC 300 could be is reasonable.
All right, let me ask you this question. And we're just having fun here. UFC 300, the return of Jamahal Hill, the unifying the belts. It's going to be undisputed. That's a co-main event to McGregor versus Chandler. If that were to happen, how would that make you feel? I wouldn't give a shit, because you're going to get paid. Yeah.
I don't care what line where I fight on the card. You know,
if you get the pay-per-view points, you'd open up the card.
You're gonna make $20 million on that card.
You feel me? You know,
dude.
You got to walk before you can crawl. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Main event as well, obviously. Sorry, pardon me. Co-main.
Wait, I just fucked that up. You got to crawl. You can crawl before you can walk.
Walk before you can crawl.
Whatever.
Whatever. All that.
Run before you can sprint.
Right.
What else? Jab before you cross.
Drink before you throw up.
Yeah. There's lots.
Yeah.
Co-main event, Tom Aspinall.
That was some Nebraska ass shit to say yet again.
yeah, there we go.
I can't help it.
Give me some more Nebraska ass shit or some Arkansas shit, whichever one you want.
So, you know what Nebraska people say all the time? Like when you're like going through the grocery store and you bump into someone, like OPE. That's like the most Nebraska shit in the world. I do it all the time.
We say excuse me a lot.
I don't know if that's on Nebraska. I'll be like, oop.
Or we say sorry a lot when there's no need to say sorry.
Okay.
You know, like you got to go reach for something and someone's there and you go, sorry. It's a very English thing to do. And when I've been in America and I do the same thing, and I go, sorry. They've said, what are you sorry for? And I feel like going, all right, well, I'm not fucking sorry. I'm just being polite.
Everybody wants to be a psychic here, or they want to have some type of special gift to be able to read people.
I'm just being
and
polite.
Be like, he has something on him. Something told me that he had something on him he wanted to confess. What are you sorry about?
A lot of things. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm sorry for talking too much.
I stopped apologizing since we've been here. People I like New York City. I like I like the vibe of New York City. But you'll just be walking, I'll bump into someone, I go, hey, I'm really sorry. And they'll just eyeball you up and down. Like I had to stop telling people that I was sorry, or I'm gonna end up getting in a fight. Because I'm offended when they don't respond.
I had some old geezer last night. I'm walking along and it was busy. It was Times Square, the most busiest part. I'm walking through and you're trying to navigate your way through. And there was a guy walking up and he stopped. And I thought he was letting me go. So I went and he went at the same time and we kind of bumped into each other. He was not happy. He was screaming at me. I'm like, dude, come on, relax, buddy, relax. You're going to have a heart attack over
I'm
there.
surprised more people don't get hit by cars here. It's crazy.
That's the same thing I just said on the way here.
Yeah, people's.
You guys are willing people to get hit by cars.
No,
it's a great
I'm
thing.
shocked that it's not. I mean, I would. No, I don't want anyone to.
No. Well, I mean, there's one or two.
I mean, I would watch.
A couple of people. I'd throw in front of the car. Anyway, co-main event.
Name 'em.
Co-main event. What do we think of this one? Because I'm getting a lot of shit. I'm getting a lot of abuse of DC.
You're so biased.
I'm not commentating.
Is that what he's saying?
So bad.
Is that what
I'm not
DC's saying?
commentating. I'm allowed an opinion.
Is that what he's saying?
At least I give an opinion. You two fence-sitting motherfuckers over there. Well, I don't know. It's going to be a great fight. You know
Well,
what I mean? Come on, boys.
You would have answered the question the same way if it was your division while you're still competing.
That ain't why I answered it that way. The reason why I answered that way because I truly can't like.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's how I see it.
DC was like, "What are you doing?" I was getting ready for bed. I was doing my little evening routine. You know, applying a bit of moisturizer, putting my eye cream on. I'm getting old, guys. Got to try and preserve the years. He's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Do you really believe what you were saying?" He said, "Are you just hyping the fight up? Are you just hyping Tom's chances?" I said, "No, I truly believe that." He said, "Why?" I said, because I know how good he is. Look at the performances that he's had, and I've spoken to him in depth. I know people around him. I know what he's capable of, but more importantly, just what I've seen personally. But what do you guys think? Jamal, we'll start with you.
No, I don't think you like are overhyping like Tom. Tom is really, really that talented and that skilled. How old is Tom again? It's like
30.
He's still young. So yeah, especially as a heavyweight for how he fights, like the movement, and then like I watched like the countdown. And like his trainer talking about like how like the way he like kind of built or how the type of fight he wanted. I was kind of like the same way I was built. I was sparring with smaller guys, things like that, to get different looks, to be able to have certain abilities that guys my size usually don't have, and things like that. So I can definitely see all those gifts, and he's displayed them. He's submitted guys. He's knocked guys out. You see how fast his hands are, his combinations. Like I think. Nobody's invincible, right?
Of course,
you know
of course.
So especially Sergey does present problems because he can
knock anybody out
from different, and he's got those punches. His gift is he's able to land from wild angles, and they're able to land with power. So the one thing that I would like to see from Tom is understanding where the danger is in a certain opponent, and using your game plan to steer, to keep that as far away from that. Like, not saying like you like don't engage, like you can, but kind of stay away from that. I don't think he should fight him in the pocket.
I don't think you're out of line for the way that you talk about Tom at all. I think
DC's just jealous.
He might be, but I mean
jealous.
DC likes to razz people too a little bit.
I know.
I think that Tom's the only issue. The only issue I see, his last fight was it Spivak? That was his last fight.
No, Tybura.
It was Tybura. Like, he did engage in the pocket a little bit more than I would have liked him to. And at times you could tell he was comfortable. He was like, all right, this guy can't hurt me.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of let him fly a little bit.
Dangerous.
But it can be dangerous
with this guy.
With a guy like Sergey.
Yeah.
But I do think that he's well aware of the power and danger factor of Sergey. I don't think that we're going to see him do that. And he's just a different type of heavyweight. Like I've said this before, I think that guys like Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa are tailor-made for a guy like Pavlovich to knock out. Because they're going to throw hard as shit, but they're going to kind of be stuck in the mud, and they're going to be there for him to counter. So he's like, Pavlovich is willing to take one to give one because he's confident in his chin. He took some big shots off Curtis Blades and didn't even blink.
Took some big shots off Ty.
He did. And he didn't really blink. He's not super phased. He's willing to kind of take one to give one. So I think that Tom won't have any problems at all kind of picking at him from the outside and getting him to throw hard and counter. I think if Tom gets a takedown, I think if there's enough time left in the round, I think that's when he finishes.
Yeah,
I think he can make it look
That's
easy.
exactly what I think. In and out movement, jab, footwork, in and out, double leg, take him down.
I think his athleticism is key. Don't be afraid to fight him in the pocket. You know, well, no, not in the pocket. Well, like in the clinch.
In the clinch.
Exchange.
Like clinch him.
Exchange.
Like, I mean, like literally, like clinch him. Like not like. Don't be afraid to fight him in the pocket, but be aware that there's a time limit in there. You know what I mean? It's just like a quarterback. You know what I mean? You have a certain amount of time in that pocket before before it collapses and things get chaotic and it can end in a bad result. You know, but I think part of his game could be clinch. You know what I mean? Because just like in boxing, part of it is being able to clinch somebody up and kind of control them, be able to wear them out and get them tired and things like that. But I think being able to clinch and land there and things like that, which he does well, he has a good setup for a knee or entry whenever he needs like that. He can get him down that way as well.
I was with Sergey briefly yesterday. I did a little chat with him, and
Has he heard what you said?
Oh, yeah, well, no, that was it, because I was supposed to do an interview, and then I've been, like, kissing Tom's ass, and DC's calling me up, and all these MMA outlets are, like, posting it, and I was like, yeah, cancel the Sergey interview. I think Sergey's going to kill me. He's going to pop me like a zit if he sees me. And I bumped in, and I did cancel the Sergey interview because I'm a little bitch, and no, because he doesn't speak English. I was like,
that's what he thought. I was gonna book him for doing my show too.
Yeah.
But then he was like, I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't. That was the main reason. I thought it's going to be tough. And I'm walking through the lobby. I went for a pee, and I'm coming back, and I bump into him, and he's chatting away in English. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, shit.
He can in person, just whenever he gets on camera.
Well, exactly. So I said, you want to do an interview? He said, yeah, I do. I said, oh, perfect. Let's go do it. And we walk in, full Russian, didn't speak a lick of English, but the nicest guy. He has got the cutest, friendliest smile. He was like the nicest guy. And that's what you find, right? Tom is the same.
Grown ass man, cute smile.
Bloody Sergey, like two of the most dangerous people on planet Earth. You would not want to mess with them, but their presence is so cool, as opposed to like a Dominic Cruz, or like the little Chihuahuas. You know what I mean? The Great Danes ain't doing shit.
Big and that dangerous.
No, bro, нет. Do I speak Russian?
Do you speak Russian?
This is number one bullshit. Jamal.
You say he comes in, you speak Russian, not a lick of English.
This guy did not speak to me with one piece of English motherfucking language.
Once the interview started.
No, that was it. He was telling me about poetry. And his favorite.
I've been avoiding him for like a year.
Don't avoid him. He's a sweetheart.
Well, okay, so when I was fighting Uncle Goliath, when I was getting ready for that fight.
Told this story 20 times. Let's have a 21. Let's go.
Have I told this?
Yeah.
When I had him kicked out of my locker room?
Yeah.
No, I've never told that story.
Oh my God.
I had Pavlovich kicked out of my locker room.
17.
Why? Because he hangs out with Uncle Goliath and he was in my locker room while I was getting ready to fight.
Harrington, have we heard this story before? Just say yes.
Yeah. All right, maybe we have.
It's okay, but tell Jamal.
No, he scares me, so I avoid him when I see him. That's the story. Pavlovich.
You wouldn't do that, would you, Jamal? You don't avoid. That's why you're the champ.
You're not going to hang out in the locker room with the guy you're getting ready to fight like best friend. No way.
Like, what is it? Like, who's fighting first, me or him?
Me.
Oh, yeah, he probably would have to slide.
So you got to slide.
Well, actually, at that point, it don't matter, because if we already going out and fighting, then what? You know what I'm saying?
All right. Whose side are you on?
Wait, hold on. You were about to fight Magomed, and he was in your locker room?
No, I was getting ready to fight Uncle Goliath, and Pavlovich was in my locker room while I was warming up.
All right, while you were warming up, and
that's weird.
You were fighting before him.
Yeah,
right.
It's weird. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable.
Bro, how was he going? What the fuck was he going to tell?
I don't know. Stare at me and make me uncomfortable.
He wasn't going to say anything.
I don't know. He makes me uncomfortable.
He did that
He's
job.
Big and scary.
This guy.
Boy, you was thinking too much.
Sprawl.
Probably.
You was thinking too much.
He did armbar, double leg. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Anyone can see you warming up. They're not going to be able to crack the code.
It ended up not working.
He was in the back working on the triangle.
Yeah,
he was in the back working on the triangle. Watch out for the triangle.
What's he doing?
You don't fucking know to watch out for a triangle anyway.
This is mind-blowing. He's warming up. He's stretching. The guy... Brother, we should have done this long time ago. Shadow box. It's wild.
Hey, watch out. His back might be loose tonight.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean, though? It's like fucking come and take a look. Film the whole thing. Get in here. Yeah. Oh, dear. So you're excited, Jamal? Happy to be here in New York?
Yeah, man. It's been actually a smoother time than before. Before, I didn't know what to expect from New York, but so it kind of like, oh shit. But nah,
is this your first time here?
That's my third time here.
Third time, yeah. It's a great place. I love the energy. I mean, like, I'm sure living here, it might get a little exhausting, you know, but I do, it charges me. I love the energy. I went for a long run this morning. Every day I've been out on the streets, pounding the pavements, because I just love to soak it up and see the people, mental stimulation. I love it, man.
I like the gritty, grimy feel of it, all the horns honking and people yelling and sirens. And I don't know, I like it. I don't know if I could live here, but it's good for like 4 or 5 days at a time.
Maybe this is because I am one of these, but I like that everyone's kind of a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
No, but
you fit right in.
Yeah, no, I know. I fit right in. I feel at home. I feel like I can bust a little balls. I can be a little bit cheeky. I can talk a little shit, and everyone's not going to get offended and go, "Oh my God, did you hear the tone of his voice?" Out here, they don't give a fuck.
Not at all.
You don't have time to know.
You know what I mean?
The arguments are very small and short here and brief. They're like a walking. They do like walk by arguments.
Oh yeah. A little sly, a little side eye.
Fuck you. I wouldn't wear that either. Yo, fuck your mother.
Oh, whoa. Leave the mothers out of this.
This is what
Kathleen Bisping is a saint. Okay? Kathleen Mom, I love you.
She's never had sex in her life.
It was the Immaculate Conception. It really was. She's a devout Catholic.
Oh, man.
Oh, dear. My God, Brian just edited that bit out.
You're a stork baby. You are a stork baby.
Well, there was a lot of storks because there's 6 of us.
You ain't noticed the big ass bird outside?
She popped out 6 children. My dad was nowhere to be seen. He was in the army, just like popping them out. Baby Jesus style.
Yeah, baby Jesus.
I'm going to hell. I'm a demon already. Everyone knows this.
I just started thinking like, yo, that sounds.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds so bad.
Well, you're the one talking about.
Dad was gone, but mom kept popping out babies.
Well, yeah, because she's had 6 kids.
That's kind of where I got stuck.
I was like, whoa.
Should we move on?
Yeah, move on.
All right, today's episode is sponsored by X-Bar. We've talked about this before, and I'm telling you right now, if you're on the go, if you want to work out, you want to stay in shape, and maybe you can't access a gym, maybe you don't have time to get to a gym at home, the X-Bar is going to come in very, very handy, because X-Bar is your new home gym that you can take with you, as I said, on the road, and you can target every single muscle in your body with this one piece of equipment. The X-Bar is an easy curl style bar that uses resistance bands instead of weight, so it's actually better for your injuries and better for your joints, and it comes with a range from £5 to 480 pounds of muscle building resistance. It is a full gym in the palm of your hand. As I said, it's great for travel, it's great for home, and you get the results of a 45-minute long workout in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. Safer for your joints, as I said, and check this out, a lifetime warranty and over 1,000 5-star reviews. So right now, check it out. Go to xbar.com/pages/believe. Use the discount code BELIEVE. You will get 15% off and free shipping. That is promo code BELIEVE for 15% off. We got a big rotation of guests coming on. What's a big story, Harrington, that we haven't got to? Give us a... we would have notes, but Harrington didn't send them. We've got ad reads, but Harrington didn't send them. We said he said to start at 2:45. We get here, I mean, what is it now? 3:15. Maybe he broke his metatarsal. Maybe his metabolism isn't quite firing.
It's not where it needs to be.
Maybe his metabonics. What the hell is metabonics? I've looked up words that start with meta. Do you want to hear some of them?
I'm sorry, Mike. The thought just couldn't metastasize in my brain, man. I'm sorry about that.
Well,
Now he's showing off.
He's just coming out with a thesaurus. Okay. Give us a story, Harrington.
So I was thinking non-MMA, since we are in the home of Mark Zuckerberg, right? Another tech giant who's trying something out right now. Elon Musk wants to get his Neuralink program up and running. He is looking for a volunteer, right, to have a robot perform surgery, cutting the volunteer's head open, putting in electrodes and brain wires and wires into the brain to set up the first ever Neuralink.
Now, hold on, you left out one vital point.
What was that?
The person that he's looking for ideally under 40 years old, a quadriplegic. Okay?
Okay.
That was in the story.
That makes a lot of sense.
That was in the story. What's that?
Volunteer Harrington.
Yeah, but we could volunteer Harrington, but Elon Musk is looking for somebody that can't walk. Mark Zuckerberg currently cannot walk. This is the perfect one. Fucking get Zuckerberg in there. Open him up. Say, I got you, brother. 2 minutes, you'll be right as rain. Slice you open, stick in the little microchip. Off he pops.
I think that's a hard sell.
No.
It's a hard sell.
I don't think he'll probably have a hard time finding a volunteer.
How long ago did the ACL work injury? He can walk.
Can he walk?
Yeah, he can walk.
Okay. It was just a tie-in.
Especially if he went with the he got his own doctor.
He probably got his own. He's probably got his own doctor.
I'd say he's probably got his own doctor. Yeah. He can afford it.
I've seen this building.
Brian, do you have a microphone there?
I could get one.
Because I would love to hear, because Brian, normally sometimes we do a little segment called Conspiracy Corner. He loves a good conspiracy, does Brian. Everything's a conspiracy.
Well,
everything's the government,
I just know that the government doesn't always have our best interests in mind.
And I 100% agree with you there. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. Let me ask you this though.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you feel about literal, and now this isn't a conspiracy, microchips being inserted into the brain?
Oh, that's probably not good. I'm just going to say there's so many ways to exploit that to just be super villainy that I can't even really go into it too much. Like, it's James Bond level shit,
I think it's a great idea, if I'm being honest.
You every so often, right?
Okay.
You agree with
Here we
some
go.
shit, and it makes me question things.
Why?
Same.
Why do you? Why?
Do you know anybody that's paralyzed?
My mother can't walk.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
All those babies, bro.
That's the
She
whole.
can't walk. It's all those babies, man. What do you expect? She can't walk, though, bless her. Stick the Neuralink in my mum.
Like I have a really close friend that's paralyzed. Like, and it's a really tough life that he's living, and a lot of things that are hard for him to do or he can't do at all. If he could just go in and they just cut a little thing, they put a little something in his brain, and it'll make him or give him the ability to just fucking stand up and just walk over there. Like this guy lives on a lake with a whole beach behind his house. He can't do shit about it because he can't get there.
But it's not his brain telling him like, "Yo, you can't walk."
Isn't that the
here's
idea
thing.
of
No,
the
it's
chip in the
literally a
brain?
functioning part down below in his body that's making him not be able to walk.
Brian, isn't that the idea of the chip, though?
So I understand what you're saying, and I'm not trying to sound like a smart ass here. I don't know the science behind it, but I reckon if me and you had that thought, because you're right, let's just say there's a part of the body that doesn't work. I'm sure Elon Musk has considered just putting a link or a chip in the brain. There must be more to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe it does something.
Well, I think
He's probably considered that.
Super
It's
serum
like,
goes
shit,
down through the
leg's
body and it
broke.
makes
I
you-
put a chip there that didn't
makes your
fix the
legs
bone.
heal.
You know what I mean? What's yours?
You know about this?
We've
you know
got a
about this
Meta
technology
employee
you don't
over
know
here.
about?
I came in halfway. I missed it, but
I think Elon was on Rogan's show talking about the chips in the brains being able to help people with
all kinds of stuff.
all kinds of stuff. It's like some of it was Alzheimer's, and
Dementia,
paralysis, and there was a lot of things. I feel like as long as you can stop it at that, and we're not like tracking people and like reading brain, because the worst case scenario is if we end up in a spot where we can read minds.
Oh, well, that's coming as well. That's on its way. No, that actually
That's shit I
exists
think about people
in
when I'm
certain
walking
parts
down
of
the
China.
road.
They have in China they have, I forget the terminology for it, but they have this software and technology where they can monitor children in class and they can tell if they're paying attention or not. They can tell if they're listening and paying attention to the teacher. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
soon they're gonna be able to read your thoughts.
That's doing
too far.
way too much. If he don't want to listen to you, hey.
I think we're going too far.
All right, look.
Yeah.
Hey, look. I went to school. I went to school here, right?
New York.
No, I went to school in the U.S. You went to school here too. What do you use? And you're successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you use from school that helped you with your success now?
Nothing.
Me neither.
Nothing.
I'm going to agree to disagree. You can formulate a sentence. You can read. You can add up. I mean, you're right. A lot of the extra
basic.
stuff.
That's all stuff that was sent home with you, a homework that your parents helped you with.
Yeah.
That's where your real understanding of. They just quizzed you on it.
I
No,
don't
but we
think-
need a
probably
gen.
nothing
I
past ninth
understand.
grade.
I understand what you're saying and where you're going with that, Jamal, and I do to a certain degree. But you know, we're fighters.
Yeah, maybe.
Though. We're fighters. We made our living in a cage. There's brilliant people here. There's people working in the background that know a lot of tech stuff. There's people here at Meta that
They
are
got
absolute-
charged for
they're
that. They
geniuses.
charged them for that.
They're we got people that are smart
Yeah,
enough to
when you
put
went to college-
a
when you went to
chip
college-
in
when
their
you went to
brain. Do
They
you know
didn't
what I
get
mean?
that- they didn't
you
get that
got
information.
to go to school. Listen,
They didn't get those skills until they went to college, though, bro. When they went into debt to get that.
but how do you get into
Come on,
college?
bro.
By being very good
You
at
go,
school.
you go into debt.
Yeah,
you go
but
into debt.
Brian does the conspiracy corner. You
Oh, it's a conspiracy.
You're going for school. Old. No, you're saying old school is for. You're saying that old school's for.
Tell me you're not from America without telling me you're not from America.
See this phone? See this phone? See this microphone you're holding? See the car that you drive? You need to be pretty educated to be able to do stuff like that. Now you got to be smart, and you got to have a certain mindset, and you got to be inventive
You got to have
and
a certain
creative.
amount of debt, and we will teach you.
All right. Well, again,
that's how we work, man. You thought you're in the United States of America, the country. This the corporation of America.
There ain't no corporation, bro. Listen, I left school at 16. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. But I'm saying it's a good job that some people do go down that path. Otherwise, the world we live in would not progress. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you can be successful without it.
Well, we have been because we can kick some ass. Do you know what I mean?
I'm
Not
be honest,
everyone.
if I went to school for a lot of the things that people go to school for and like learn, I wouldn't go teach a class. I would like if I was a teacher, I wouldn't even be. I just go online and just do it online, teach it online.
Teach what online?
Anything I had to teach to anybody.
Yeah,
I just teach it online. You make more money.
All right.
Jamahal Hill's conspiracy.
Jamahal Hill starting an online school. We heard it here
I'm
first.
not saying that.
Professor Hill.
You know, I'm just working.
I would take a Jamahal Hill class online.
I don't know if I would.
I think I would.
I am.
I learned a lot from Jamahal.
Bisping after the shit you said, I don't know if I'm taking your class either.
I ain't got shit to teach, bro. But you might need to go to school.
You think so? I
don't know.
I went to school. I did pretty well in school.
What did you study? Well. Did you go to college?
I was going to go to college. I had a scholarship to go to college, but
wrestling?
No, basketball.
Oh, nice.
But I decided, I'm cool because I think it turned out pretty well though.
It turned out great.
I didn't get any debt. You know what I mean? And a lot of the people that went there
we probably avoid the basketball thing though for a minute.
Huh?
We probably avoid the basketball thing though for a minute.
What do you mean?
I mean,
I've been trying to figure out how
I want to bring it up.
I'm trying to figure out a way to ask Dana, tell Dana, yo, can we get a basketball court at the PI? I just don't think now's the time.
It's a bad time.
Yeah.
It's a bad time.
Definitely not the time. Right, well, we've got about 5 other guests coming through in a minute, Jamal. So we're going to have to say good luck this weekend. And I hope you enjoy whoever it is your next challenger. One last time.
I'll eventually see both.
You are excited to see both?
Yeah.
Who do you think? No, come on. You got to give us a pick.
Bro, it's hard.
You got to give us a pick.
It's hard. I see it going a couple different ways, bro. Because, like, you say takedown, right?
I just think that there is, and I'm sure, well, because Jan Blachowicz had a way tougher time taking Alex down. You know, against Izzy, he didn't look too versatile on the ground. He didn't look necessarily.
He's gotten better.
He didn't look like a great grappler, and I say that with respect because he is phenomenal. He's a specialist on the feet, one of the best the world's ever seen. And against Jan, it was improved, and I think it'll be even better this time. As always,
that's the credit. That's what I'm giving. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So giving him that benefit, it's like it's hard.
Yeah. And I understand in your position it's a little different as well. From my position, when you're doing something like this, you can't just. You got to give an opinion. You know what I mean? People want to hear that. They don't want to go, you know, you don't have to because you're going to face one of them. Excited to be back in there?
Hopefully both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be nice.
Hopefully both.
Yeah. Who do you think, let's just say, I'm just trying to think, who would be next? Let's say you go through whoever the winner is and they go and whoever loses wins a few fights. Who else is in the light heavyweight division that is near the top? That wants to fight for the belt. Who is that? Who is there?
This fucking guy's gonna be like, Krylov.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Walker and Magomed supposed to rematch. You know, they might tie something. You know, I don't know. My man just can't come up with a dub or a loss. I don't think have we ever seen that. Have we ever seen that though? Like. You fought twice, but you haven't won or lost in like over a year. And then the other fight, the guy got hurt. Bro, I forgot. ends in a no contest, ends in a draw, ends in an injury.
Who's this? Who are we talking about? Magomed. Hold on. Last one was, who did you fight last time?
Johnny Walker.
No contest, you're right. Before that was the draw with Jan.
Yep.
And before that was a victory though, right?
I mean, it was a victory, but still, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you broke your ankle, leg, Magomed ankle, leg.
Bro, that's like the weirdest run. That's got to be the weirdest run, like.
Yeah, it's probably frustrating, I would imagine.
It's crazy.
It was, I mean, he seemed like he was pretty pissed in the octagon.
What do you think that does to a fighter?
That's a good question, because when you're fighting at the highest level like that, obviously very capable. You know what I mean? You don't get to be where he is without being very good. He's a good wrestler. You know, he's big, strong. He's a good athlete, and he's well skilled. And as you say, getting the title fight, having a draw, then not getting another one straight away probably pissed him off a little bit. Then it's a no contest, and before that, obviously the situation. It would be easy if you weren't as strong-minded as what I'm going to suggest that he might be. I don't know him. I've never spoken to him. But to get to this level, you've got to have a strong mind, right? So I would assume that he does.
But to be a champion is a different mindset.
Yeah.
You know?
But you would assume, though, lesser people will get disillusioned with the sport, with themselves, and probably just think, screw this, I'm going to go do something else. You know what I mean? But I don't think he will. I think because another way of looking at it is to say, hold on, I'm right there. I'm fighting the best guys. I'm fighting the top guys. I fought for the belt. You know what I mean? I'll turn this around pretty quick.
I see something in that. You just made me realize something, you know what I mean, also about him, which is why he'll never beat me, is I'm going to keep it to myself, though.
Okay.
That was nice, though. That was nice. That was good.
Thanks, man.
That was good. I just realized something, yeah.
Go on. No, share it.
That's all good.
No, then
we can talk about it later.
Is it about Magomed?
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
All right. Well, now I'm very intrigued, and again, just leaving the people in suspense, Jamal. Jeez Louise. Well, thank you, brother. Great to have you here, my man.
My guy. Hey, before they have this fight, though, technically you're still the champion. Before that, can you get some of that championship juice? Go talk to Dana and Hunter and them, say, hey, I need to fight, though. So be like, just last favor.
Listen, they got that new matchmaker, bro. He got some juice, bro. He talked to a couple guys.
Oh, that's right, the guy that won the tournament.
Now they fighting.
All right.
Shout out to him.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I forget his name, yeah. He did like the thing online on Instagram.
Why you have to call all of you, threw yourself in there, call all of us out in that? You ain't have to do that, Mike.
Well, I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. I've been hitting the head a lot. One day it's going to get you. You'll catch up. I'm older than you two. 44, a long fight career. You forget things.
We got to holler at that guy, though, and say, like, hey, we need to match up Anthony Smith.
Who with?
Just ask him what he thinks
Who
about
with?
it.
I don't know. Anybody.
Perfect world.
Whoever.
You might not know his name, but you know who you want.
Rakic?
Fight anybody.
Rakic?
No, I think Rakic and Blachowicz are fighting.
Are they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what the rumor is online.
Well, it wasn't announced then.
No, I don't think it was officially, but it was.
Tell him that's who you
graphics all over the place.
Tell him you want Blachowicz. I think you want Blachowicz is a good fight.
I like.
Have you fought? You haven't fought Blachowicz, right?
It'll be fun.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
And it's a fight that would get you right back in the conversation.
Yeah, it would be right back.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And we'll be right back after these words. All right, today's episode is sponsored by Shopify. Look, listen, if you're an entrepreneur, if you've got a business, if you want to grow that business and you want to get online and you want to do it all easily, conveniently, complicated and cheaply, Shopify is the way to go. Basically, you sign up to Shopify, and by the way, we have quite literally a ridiculous deal for you, and they make it all very, very easy. There is a tremendous amount of support because there's 24/7 help. There is an extensive business library course available to you. Shopify is there to support you every single step of the way. And look, as I said, if you've got a business, you got to get online. Okay, you want to accept every major payment method? Shopify lets you do that. You want to sell across social media marketplaces? Shopify lets you do that. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, they do it. They make it simple, easy, and cheap. Get serious about your business today and sign up to Shopify. And as I said, we do have a ridiculous offer. It's $1 per month trial period, of course, when you go to shopify.com/believe, all lowercase. Shopify.com/believe. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period. So, as I said, if you've got a business, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you've got an idea, If you've got an idea, put it to the test. $1 per month. Shopify.com/believe. Jamahal Hill.
Yeah.
Coming for me there.
Yeah,
Coming for me. First of all, sits like this. And I'm like, bro, mansplaining.
he was the middle guy in an airplane, like in an airplane.
Yeah.
He just
reclining the seat all the way back.
and just like this the whole time. Like,
Slide over into the middle a bit, though. Come on, you're on the edge now.
All right,
You're on the edge. You're on. Are you? Did you see that story recently? It was all over the internet. It was like a meme. Everyone's filming everybody these days.
Yeah.
Somebody reclined the seat and it all kicked off. Did you see that?
It was on an airplane?
Yeah.
He like spilled his drink or something. And the dude.
Yeah, because the guy was kicking.
Yeah.
The woman was kicking the seat.
Yeah. What would you do?
If someone was kicking my seat, I've had that same phenomenon.
A kid or like an adult?
A kid. So you just gotta like
just deal with it the whole time.
Slag them off mentally the whole time. You know what I mean? But polite to the face. But let me ask you this. Now look, listen, I'm very lucky. The UFC take care of us. They fly us business class and stuff. But I have been known to slum it on occasions.
Really?
I have gone on economy. I'm ashamed to say. I'm joking, everyone. When
you take like a Frontier flight.
When I'm paying, it's the cheapest flight possible. But I will recline that seat immediately.
Yeah, so I see the things online where people are like, don't be that guy, don't recline your seat. I can't help it.
You got to recline the seat. You're allowed to recline the seat.
I'm too tall to be doing that. I have to.
There's nothing wrong. It's designed to recline.
And I just accept it when someone does it in front of me.
Yeah, of course.
That's
because you know what you do then? When you recline yours, you then become equidistant,
right?
As if no one had reclined.
Exactly. So
and that's a word I learned in college. Equidistant. It's not.
He said that everyone.
I didn't go to college. They didn't have me. I couldn't get in.
He called it a conspiracy.
Who did that? I did.
You did.
Yeah, I know, but it's like whatever. Are you a reclining son of a bitch?
I am.
Good.
Immediately.
Good.
Yeah.
It's your right. In the UK, and Brian, I'd love to hear your take on this. They've brought in a bill, a rule, a law that they're going to phase out the smoking year after year after year, and eventually anyone born, I think I'm getting this right, under the age of 14 won't be able to buy cigarettes. And then going forward from there on, until anyone that's over 14 now, until they're dead, they'll be able to buy cigarettes. But then after that, anyone born after a certain age will not be able to buy cigarettes. So there will be a smoking ban in the UK.
What's the age to buy cigarettes now?
I think it's 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of low already.
Yeah, but it's going to be It's going to be non-existent.
So they're just going to keep bumping it?
Something like that. But
right. Either way, they're
the
doing
headline is
ban.
Soon there'll be a total ban on smoking in the UK.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, that's not a terrible thing. I think that here's what I always get weirded out about. We get told you can't do this, you got to do this. Like there's all these rules and things you're not allowed to do, but you can still buy cigarettes. It's the weirdest thing to me.
Don't get me wrong, I'll have a few beers and get a nice buzz on, and I'll have the occasional cigarette here and there. I'm not a smoker, far from it, but I've had a cigarette. I'm not going to stand there and pretend I haven't.
I've had a bunch.
Yeah. But I do think that's a good thing. The reason I want to throw it to Brian, though, is because that is quite literally government control. Okay?
Orwell warned us decades ago about letting the government overreach. So.
Yeah. But that's not government control. I mean, it is quite literally government control.
Yeah.
But that's for the best. Just like wearing a seatbelt is for the best. And so it was my choice. The governments and these big companies and they tax the hell out of it. And I don't stick up for governments before you will start. I don't. But I think that's a good thing because a lot of people die every year. So they shouldn't sell them on every street corner to where people can get these nasty diseases like cancer and die.
But I think
that's great.
But if you're, I agree, totally agree. But devil's avocado, if you're someone that's a big fan of bodily autonomy, then you would believe that you should be allowed to do whatever you want with your own body.
Yeah.
Whether that's smoke crack, as long as you don't hurt someone else while you're doing it.
If you move to Canada or Oregon, you can.
I mean, that's the argument, right? As long as you don't hurt anybody else and it's not affecting anybody, you should be able to do whatever you want.
Well, technically, passive smoking killed a lot of people. Apparently,
that's
I don't know. I haven't done the research on that one. I haven't read the papers. I didn't cover that one in college.
So on a closer to home note, right? people get hurt fighting professionally.
Yep.
Why doesn't the government come in and stop people from doing that?
Well-
people get hurt doing all sorts of things, like that people do for fun: skydiving, swimming, parasailing. I mean, the list is super long, but why wouldn't the government come in and regulate and tell people they can't do those things either?
Yeah, I understand
But
what you're
nobody
saying.
signs up for secondhand smoke, though.
Yeah.
Everything else we kinda sign up for.
Smoking, and again, I don't know, and we could say that this is a conspiracy, but I think most of the science points in the direction that a lot of high percentage of people will have COPD,
I'm not going to make the
lung
argument
disease,
against that for sure.
cancer, etc., etc. So that mixed martial arts, boxing, driving a car, skydiving, stuff like that. Generally, you don't go into it expecting to die. You know what I mean? And you don't jump on a plane thinking it's going to crash. Granted, I see your point. A plane can crash. A car can crash. I can walk out into the street and get hit by a car. But here's a government control for you. You can't fucking jaywalk out here. Whoa, that's government control. But I can cross the street by myself, but I think it's a good thing generally. Listen, as I said, I've had a cigarette. I'll have another cigarette when I'm next drunk. I'll be like, hey, give me one of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think for young children not to have that in their face, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, sure. Don't let kids start smoking, and that's a good way to stop that problem. You'll have a lot of people making the argument that nicotine isn't as bad for you as people would like to have you think. I'm not necessarily a subscriber of that, but that argument is made. And I just don't think the government should be able to tell you how to live your life. If I want to go out and smoke a plant, they shouldn't be able to tell me I can't.
Yeah, but marijuana is legal in the UK, or it's decriminalised anyway. But I think, and you're right what you say about nicotine, but I don't think it's the nicotine. I think cigarettes with all the chemicals and everything and all the rest of it that is combined with, that's the real issue, right? I don't think it's nicotine
smoking
itself.
like embalming fluid and all the weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a friend of mine. We're all pushing 40 now, and he just started smoking dust.
What's dust? Is that a slang term for a drug?
For embalming fluid.
Right.
Oh, is that what they call it, dust?
Yeah. And
What's embalming fluid?
It's what they
In mummies?
No, it's like what they inject bodies with, like in funeral homes.
Yeah. To embalm them, yeah. In mummies.
In mummies.
Mummies are embalmed.
Yeah, I don't know if they
like Egyptian mummies.
I don't know if they used embalming fluid.
They don't use embalming fluid. I'm talking about the term embalming.
Oh, yeah.
It's the college education.
See, you didn't go to college.
I didn't. I went for 3 weeks. Do you know what I did?
What?
I smoked every day and got stoned. That's why I didn't make it. No, but I do think that's a good.
It's not bad.
They're not banning it for everyone, just children, so they don't get introduced to that kind of lifestyle.
I think that's okay.
You know, I understand Brian's point because the government, much to your point, no, I don't think any governments, they're looking out for themselves, and we want the government. We don't want to depend on them, things like that. But I think that's generally, it's setting a good example, I would say, in terms of not having children becoming.
Out of all the things the government could do to overreach, I'm the least mad about this.
Yeah, there you go.
Agree.
There you go. Okay, Nate Diaz has been called out by Deontay Wilder for a mixed martial arts bout, should I say. I just want to start off by this. Deontay Wilder competes at about 240 pounds.
At times, yeah.
He's won 43 fights, 42 of them by way of knockout. Nate Diaz just got beat by Jake Paul in a boxing fight. And he fought most of his career at 155 pounds. Craziest call out you've ever heard?
I'm having a hard time with this one, Mike, I'm going to be honest, because I really like Deontay Wilder, and I don't want to say something
I'm a fan.
that he's going to end up seeing. It's going to make me look like I'm bashing him.
Is it the Bronze Bomber or is that somebody else? Yeah, the Bronze Bomber, yeah.
I am so sick of boxers picking and choosing. Like, we have a literal MMA representative with the ability right now to fight Deontay Wilder, and you fucking chose Nate Diaz?
That's a Jake Paul style call out.
Exactly. You have Francis Ngannou. You want to fucking fight an MMA guy? There's one.
There
right
you go.
Now,
Fight Francis in MMA.
Without a fight. Fight him anywhere. Like MMA, the parking lot, a boxing ring, a 5-star restaurant, wherever you want. You have a literal MMA representative that is available, that's not in a contract, that will fight you, and your fucking choice was Nate Diaz, a guy that fought the majority of his career at 155. I'm so sick of these pussy ass call-outs.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
No, it drives me crazy as well.
And I'm a fan of Deontay, but like, come on, dude.
Because the reason is, and I think we touched on this recently, but I think we're both passionate about it. I don't mind talking about it again. Because for the longest time, boxers said these MMA guys can't fight.
Yeah.
They're not the real deal. They're not proper athletes. They roll around on the floor, they cuddle and things like that. Well, Francis just did a whole service to the world of mixed martial arts and showed that we can fight. I also think that he exposed most of the heavyweight division in the boxing.
And I'll jump on the bandwagon. And I'm jumping right on the bandwagon. And people are going to say, well, you guys didn't believe in him and you didn't think he'd do lose. Well. So did I.
I thought he'd lose.
But I'm happy
Guess
he
what?
didn't.
I was wrong in my prediction.
Right.
At least I gave a prediction.
Right.
You and Jamal sitting there.
Oh, well, the one time.
You and Jamal sitting there. It's a show. People want to see it. Conviction.
They want the truth.
On ESPN, did they let you sit on the fence?
I didn't sit on the fence. I said I was picking Pereira.
Oh, you did. All right, fair enough. Oh, my bad.
Jamal sat on the fence.
I forgot about that.
Jamal will absolutely not give anyone any shine.
Is that why?
He won't get. I think he believes. I think what he said is true. Like he doesn't really care, and that he's going to fight both of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I also think there's a part of Jamal that's like, I'm not giving either one of these guys any love at all.
Fair enough. Herringbone. No. Come on, Joe. This is the hot seat. This is the couch, the centre spot. Harrington, you get the guest treatment. Okay, sit down.
Keep your fucking legs together.
No, I wanted him to. I wanted to see if he was going to do it.
No, I'm gonna get as small as I possibly can.
Listen, Harrington, we love you, brother. Okay. You do a great job, as does Brian.
Does he look like a hostage right now?
He looks like a hostage. But here's where I was going. He looks like a scruffy hostage. We're in the Meta Studios. We've got guests galore. Stand up a second. Could you not have ironed your T-shirt?
What are you talking about? This is a beautiful knockoff Popeyes T-shirt. It's great.
It could do with a little smooth. You know what I mean? Right, Brian, grab a microphone and come over here. If you can, unless you're pushing your bits and bobs.
No, I think he's got that.
some bits and bobs.
So just squeeze over here and let Brian's only a skinny one.
Yeah,
he's just a little
skinny one.
Guy.
Get in here. Right, so listen, I'm in quite the quandary.
Okay, what's that?
Yes, sir.
Another college word. I'm having quite the dichotomy. Okay? I've got a surprise for you both.
Okay.
Well, I don't. I have a surprise for one of you.
Do we have to fight to the death for it?
You have to do something for it. I have 2 tickets for Madison Square Garden Saturday night. I am having one of them. The other one can go to one of you two if you would care to join me and watch the fights in the fighter section with all the fighters. Madison Square Garden, main event, title fight, co-main event, interim title fight. But I asked for a third. And I literally got told to piss off.
No, I get it.
I texted UFC. To be fair, I did say, listen, if it's sold out, tell me to piss off. But can I please get another one with me? And they went, piss off. But I said to say that. Shout out Amber.
Well, I got to go to Apex, so Harrington can take this one.
Wow.
Well, just like that?
We don't want to get like a pool stick and break it in the middle and throw it and just shut the door.
We got people sneaking in.
That's all right.
Right,
go ahead.
Right. No. Harrington, you're supposed to usher the guests in and out. You're supposed to greet them with flowers.
You have me sitting
You're supposed to shake their hands and like, so, welcome for the show. Thanks for being here.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. You want to go get him?
Get out the seat.
All right.
Right. Brian, seriously. I wanted you guys to like wrestle or something.
I know.
Fight for it?
He doesn't want to come. He doesn't like me.
I would love to come.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm looking out for Harrington. I got to go to all the things.
Hey, you remember when I brought you both to MSG?
I appreciate it.
Get out of it. Get out of it.
I got to do a lot.
I have a spare ticket. Harrington, if you want to come. Could you imagine if Harrington was like, no, I'm good.
That would have been fucked up.
Actually, I'm looking after Aura Saturday night. So we've just had a plethora
I know. Look at
of
this.
guests walk in. We've got Viacheslav Borshchev. We've got Urijah Faber. Who else we got? Is that it?
Rude boy Randy Brown.
Rude boy
there.
Randy Brown.
All right, and my best friend snuck in too.
And we've got
flew him in from Nebraska.
Who's your friend?
Ryan Thompson back there.
What's up,
right
Ryan? Right, this episode is sponsored by Nugenix. Look, if you're a man, testosterone is the vital ingredient. That's what will make you a man, okay? But the sad reality is, as you get older, that starts to fade and you start to feel it, okay? The energy dips, your physique dips, you put on weight faster, you can't lose it quite as quickly, your strength goes down, your muscle goes down, your libido goes down. So, boosting that testosterone is very, very important. And as you're getting older, you lose about 1% of muscle every single year. So give it a boost and do it the natural way, okay, with Nugenix. Nugenix Total T contains man-boosting key ingredients like testosterone, which has been shown in clinical studies to boost free testosterone levels. This is the unprecedented formula with science-backed key ingredients to safely maximize your free and total testosterone levels, help you increase your muscle mass, and skyrocket your performance. Now, don't be misled. Every product professes quality, but there's a bunch of garbage on the market. With Nugenix Total T, you get premium key ingredients at the exact same powerful clinical potency levels which are used in the trials. So right now, get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T when you text 231231 and you use the keyword believe. Text now and you'll also get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, the newest and most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose fat and get lean fast, absolutely free. Text 231231. Enter the keyword believe. Text 231231. The keyword is believe and you will receive a complimentary bottle. California kid in?
I think so.
California kid. Get over here.
Go, baby.
What's up, Uriah?
How are ya?
Good to see you, brother.
Man, doing
Thanks
big.
for coming down, man. Take the seat.
You everywhere.
No.
Oh.
Not much. Well, there you go. What brings you to New York City?
Slava Claus, man. Spreading joy, delivering packages in the form of kicks and punches and headbutts, need be.
Right. Don't get offended, Slava Claus. I'm not commentating this weekend.
Oh, my God.
So I haven't studied the card.
Yeah.
Is Slava Claus fighting?
He's
Oh, shit.
He's the main.
Oh, God.
The main unmain event.
The prelim headliner.
No, he's the prelim games.
The early
changer, starter. He's the first one on the ESPN card.
Should we get Viacheslav Borshchev in here as well?
Do it,
man.
Vyacheslav
Slide him
Borshchev, please join the show. You're welcome to come and talk to us. You're on Madison Square Garden card.
So we're at the, I didn't realize when you said at the Meta building.
Slide over a bit, boys. Come on, we got room. I don't smell too bad.
Get comfy.
I didn't know that this is the Instagram headquarters.
Yeah.
I didn't know when you say I don't.
We don't mess around here, bro.
I'm focused.
That's how you know Uriah actually is a great guy. Because he had no idea where he was going. He was like, wherever they ask, I'm coming.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's peel back the curtain. Slava Claus, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah.
Uriah's like, so are you sending a car service?
Well, not to put
And I'm like, no, I'm not sending a limousine, bro.
Hey, Anthony, did you get a car service yesterday? Where'd you go?
Yeah. Ariel sent a car yesterday. I got a car.
Well, whoop de fucking do for Ariel. Do you know what I mean?
I've gone down this road talking crap with Bisping. It does not go well. It does not go well. He gets very pissed off very easily. So I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna make him say it because he's huge.
Well, you should
I'm
have
just a little
said
guy.
Borshchev was fighting. I was like, he needs.
Man,
we're
I
saying
tell
that
you
you need to do a weight cut. So this was good for you.
Oh yeah, this is good.
How you feeling, brother?
I feel amazing.
Yeah, remind me and forgive my ignorance. So who you fighting Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm fighting Saturday night.
Who?
Nazim Sadikov.
Ah, okay.
He's from out here.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it?
he's from Brooklyn,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
he's
right.
also
He's,
Azerbaijani guy.
He's Al
Sarah Longo?
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he,
pretty tough, man.
yeah, he had one fight and didn't get the job done, right? Is that? I'm thinking.
No,
of
No.
two fights. He
He's had 2 fights.
Okay.
He won both.
Yep.
And
As I said, I'm
and
not
he won on
commentating.
Contender Series.
Yeah,
He's a tough guy.
nice.
He's very good.
How's our man looking?
Oh man, Slava's looking great. This guy's, for those who don't know, Slava's a kickboxing world champion from Volgograd, and came over 2017 with a hat gift, speaking no English at the gym, and he's like, I want to fight. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, it happens all the time, right? And then put him in, and I was like, oh wait, this guy's cleaning people's clocks on the first day, but he had 0 grappling, so we hauled him off like 2.5 years until he's ready.
Yeah.
That was in 2019 MMA debut, and he's going through. He's just about to finish his first contract or starting his second contract in the UFC now.
Well, you had an amazing win on the Contender, and you've had some really, really good performances as well. The one thing I like, and of course, your striking's phenomenal, and you've got one of the best coaches and the cockiest coaches in the game.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, brother. Come on. Can we get the dance? If I slide the table, come on, let's get the table out of the way.
That's second nature, baby.
Come on,
Easy
come
bunny.
on, come on.
He said, "Hell yeah!"
Hold on.
He needs
It's
a little more
okay,
rub,
brother. This is plenty of space for you. Anthony, you got to try the dance.
I can't dance.
Can you just announce that he just won and so we get a victory dance and your winner? Right.
In the red corner, by TKO, Viacheslav, Slava Claus, Borshchev. Hey.
There we
Let's
go.
Anthony, come on, give us
I'll blow a
some.
knee, I swear to God. There's no
Uriah,
way.
come on, Uriah, let's go. No, I like
That's
the bit
about
at the
it.
start there. Hey.
Look at this one. What do they do?
It's Uriah's favorite.
Can't do it, man. I hurt my shoulder.
You got to give us some moves.
Sit down, man.
I'll do a Valentina Shevchenko.
Man, you still got it.
I still got it, bro. You know
Still
what I
got
mean?
it.
I miss my
No one
calling in
doubted
life. Oh, dear. How's retirement, Uriah?
It's been busy,
Yep.
super busy. I just talked about it yesterday a little bit, but working on a bunch of projects, some really cool projects. One I want to talk to you about eventually here. But the newest thing we're working on is a program with a university right next to my gym.
Oh, wow.
So the first ever combat university at Sac State. And I'm making a bunch of key hires. We're going to use the gym as an extension of the university. And I'm working on, I've got the robot. You seen the robot? The robot.
Jake Paul's robot?
No, this is like
The Viacheslav robot?
this one you can actually throw around and dislocate his limbs
sorry, no,
and
you
choke
mean like
it out.
the grappling dummy.
Yeah, the grappling dummy. Yeah. Working on that, and we're gonna be the first destination spot for people all across the world that want to be MMA fighters, but also go to college and segue into becoming pros. And so I'm developing that program. It's pretty cool. Got all our young cats going. We got the next generation. Our gym is basically a mesh pot of fighters from all over the world. So, and then dad life, man. Dad life's the best life. Every day with my kiddos and living the dream.
So post career, every time I see you or talk to you, you always seem to have so much shit going on. You're coaching, you got all these different endeavors, you're working on all these, like, where do you think you spend most of your time? Like, do you split it 50-50? Is it like
I would
50%
say-
training people and then the rest is your extra stuff?
I'm not. We have a ton of coaches: Danny Castillo, Joey Rodriguez,
Right.
Guilherme Faro. We've got all our jiu-jitsu coaches with Dustin Akbari and Fabio Prado, and the list goes on. All these coaches, and I don't train everybody, but I'm there in practice every day for our set practices. But I get up early. I'm with my kids from the time I get up until I go to work, which is 3 minutes away. And if I can come back and work from home and make phone calls and make business moves after practice and hang out with the kids or be a part of that, I'll do that. And then I teach maybe 3 classes a week because it's my passion for jiu-jitsu for the Team Alpha BJJ, and then work individually with guys on top of that, just a couple. Song and Corey and Slava.
Yeah, Song's got a big fight coming up,
Yeah,
too.
big one in China. So I would say I would stack the hours more in the side of home with the kids and phone calls.
Yeah.
But my 9 to 5 is, more about maybe 4 hours in the gym.
I can actually add, I one of the hardest worker at the room, but I miss more practice than him. Sometimes, I see he's like...
That's not good, Slav. You got a big fight this weekend. I've been looking forward to it forever. I've been doing the research. I've been looking at your fight, studying your opponent, and you're missing classes.
Well, just to be clear...
Let the man speak.
All right, go ahead.
Actually,
He was like, that was
I
it.
just said, yeah, hard worker. You never say no. I never seen you say no to anything.
Yeah. I make the most of my time, but we got a unique setup. Like a guy like Slava, we have our set practices, but since he's a extreme specialist, he's going to have a slightly different schedule than a Clay Guida or a Darren Elkins, you know. So on a kickboxing strong pro day, he may come in and drill with me for the warm up, and then do a private with Danny, or go wrestle with one of the other guys instead of doing the kickboxing practice. So it's a mesh pot. We mix it up. For me, I just stay busy. I have accepted in my life I'm going to be busy, and I get up and try to knock down as many things as I can in a day.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just going to say, I've got two good questions for you, but I'm going to ask Slav first. Obviously, you got the big fight Saturday. As Urijah said, and it's an amazing story, you show up at the gym, you've got a gift for them, you want to train, and as you mentioned, I'm sure you get that all the time, but you got a guy here that's the real deal with truly world-class skills. Your kickboxing, I'm such a fan. I love watching you operate. Now, where is it you're from? Is it Russia, right?
Yeah, I'm from Russia. From Volgograd.
Where?
Volga. It used to be Stalingrad.
Volga. Slava said, I'm more Russian than Russian. You can't be more Russian than me.
Are you more Russian than Habib?
Super stereotype. Oh, of course I'm more than you.
You heard it here
also
first.
From Dagestan.
Slava Claus says that Habib is not Russian.
No, I never said that.
All right.
Wow.
Habib's coming out of retirement.
Oh, come on.
Jeez, what the... Oh, God. So you come from Russia, you come over here, right? You start training with Urijah Faber, a legend, and now you're fighting in the UFC, Madison Square Garden. That's one of, if not the most iconic venue on planet Earth. How does that feel?
Yes, it feels amazing. I mean, I'm trying to not being overexcited about that, because I'm professional. I have to do the job done. But that's fucking cool. That's really cool.
That's it. This is very cool.
And you know, it's funny because you talked about him coming in and wanting to fight. He wanted to fight 2017. He wanted to fight right then, and put his, throw his hat in the circle for the MMA space. And I'm like, bro, come to jiu-jitsu. We rolled for 5 minutes. And I've submitted him like 15 times, and he's like turning purple and like showing he's
but he wouldn't tap.
He wouldn't. He would tap, but he would come right back and right back and right back. And I just told him, I said, hey man, if you want to be a journeyman, we'll start fighting you right now. You'll win 50-50. If you want to make a career out of this, you're gonna have to wait. And we waited 2.5 years from when he got there before he had his first fight, which I heard complaints the entire time.
Yeah, but
you also told me the fight would be stopped after first choke.
Yeah, I said, yeah, the fight was over after the first choke, and I said, it's great you keep coming back, but the fight's already over. You lost.
But that's so smart. It is, because any young fighters watching this, any aspiring fighters, you've got to take your time. Right, yeah. We all want to get in there, right, Anthony? Right. We all want a piece of the success and the pie and the glory and start making money and say, I'm a professional fighter. Take your time, especially if you're really young. You've got all the time in the world-ish. You know what I mean? Take your time.
Well, fortunately, you have a guy like Urijah Faber, which was kind of what I was sitting here thinking. Like, even when I seen you guys yesterday and then I see you today, like, not all guys in your position have the ability to have a guy like Urijah Faber kind of, sliding them around and getting them into great positions. And Urijah's done it all, and I'm sure he's done it a lot of times the wrong way. And so you don't necessarily have to make those mistakes. This is kind of a stupid question. Do you understand how lucky that position is to be in and taking his advice? Because I think that Urijah should get a lot of credit for, I guess, guiding people through that journey a lot of times. Anytime I see a guy like Urijah with a younger up-and-coming guy, it doesn't really matter how talented they are. I always think, like, God, I wish I was that guy when I was young. You know what I mean? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
It's a big part of any success. Like, it's people who surround you. But I'm here, I can give you credit to myself. I'm not just lucky. I'm also was smart enough to go straight to Urijah.
Right,
anyone else.
That's fair.
Let me ask you this. The last guest to sit on this couch, and by the way, this is quite a hallowed place to be.
A kind of what place?
A hallowed place to be. It's a great place.
That's a great big word, man.
Yeah, I went to college. It's the theme of the show. This is like the holy grail of positions to be in, sandwiched between Anthony and I. But the last person to be here was a champion, and he wouldn't give a prediction. Main event Saturday night: Yura Prochazka, Alex Pereira. I'll throw it to both of you. Who wins? We need a prediction.
I have no clue.
Jesus.
I'll go with Pereira. You guys saw him training last night.
Since we're training together.
We saw him last night. We saw, and then you know how I love Glover Teixeira is my boy. I've known him since before any of us. No one knew either of us when I knew that guy, and he's a great mentor, like you talked about. The importance of being around, the right people, and I think he's got a great mentor.
He does.
Yeah. So.
He does.
Yeah.
Does that help you? Does that help you through retirement? Like being able to stay, because you're kind of still going through the fight week, so like you probably get a little bit of that juice a little bit. Does that help?
Think so. And I was talking to Ariel about you specifically because you talked about like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I've talked to Bisping in the past. We've been sitting there drinking some beers, and he goes, man, I wish I could still be fighting. I would 1000% be fighting still.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If I wasn't blind in one eye, if I had two knees, if my back wasn't broken, and I wasn't semi-mentally disabled, I'd probably have a go.
But the passion is there, and I think 100%. Like I said, I took about a week of being like, I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm free to do anything, and I just ended up right back at practice, like sitting there, and I was like mentally at practice. I'm like,
I'm free.
I guess I'm back here. I guess that's what I want to be, and it's funny because, and I tell the guys this that are out for injury or whatnot, show up to practice anyways. Your mind thinks you did it. You're observing, you're taking it in, you're setting a kind of a routine that will stick with you for the rest of your life, where you're tricking yourself, but you're also creating some great habits. And so, I found the outlet there. I also have always, throughout my career, had a lot of passions that I'm, continuing to do my passion, which is the fight game, and turn that into business ventures and real estate transactions and things that I'm passionate about. And I'm including my kids on a lot of the stuff and seeing the passion there. So I've been really lucky and I think creative enough to include my passions in my life. And and like a guy like Slava, sometimes you just mesh with people, right? And I feel like I've had that with Corey McKenna and Song Yadong, where it's like, okay, like right away it's like, okay, like we get each other and it makes it a lot easier.
Like it just fits.
Yeah, it just fits. And then you've seen it before with guys like even like a Cody Garbrandt, a Chad Mendes, a TJ Dillashaw. Like these guys, all of a sudden you're hanging out with somebody that could make a big name for themselves, like a Corey McKenna. And then there's somebody. It's like building your own who's who network, where now Michael Bisping. Yeah, I know Michael. I know Rashad Evans. I knew all these different people before anyone else knew him. Mark Munoz.
Viacheslav.
All that guys.
Right, yeah.
Listen. We're getting the. You're an amazing. No. You're an amazing guy. You know what I mean? Buddy. You are.
There's dig coming.
We go back a long way. You're a great guy.
Way back.
Right?
But I gotta say, Bisping almost became part of Team Alpha Male. He said we hit it off and we did a USO tour, and he was like,
"You guys are too small, though."
He goes, "No, we would have made it work." James Irvin, Scott Smith were out there at the time, but anyways, Mike's at the first time we got on each other's nerves. Well, I got on his nerves.
No, we got on each other's nerves. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
But then he said, I feel like we got this connection. I want to come out and train with you guys. And I saw him in Vegas, lost soul.
I wasn't lost. I was hammered.
He was jacked up 4 a.m. I go, Bisping, you all right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Long time ago, though. That was like 20 years ago. Vyacheslav. So what we got here now is the great version of Urijah Faber. He had a legendary career. You are a legend of the sport, Urijah.
Thank you.
He's talking about the business. He's talking about giving back to people. He's talking about, spreading joy and happiness and all the rest of it. What's the dark side of Urijah? When does he come into the gym? Is he ever a prick? Is he ever come in and he's just like in a bad mood? And it's fine. We're in a safe place. We're in a safe place. Tell the truth. Vyacheslav.
No, I'm like, I would like to say something really bad about him, but I can't find it. Yes, it's just, Urijah always kind of like positive. He always trying to find a positive side anyway. Yeah, like it is what it is. I mean, I have seen him maybe like being pissed off and like about stupid stuff. But like I never seen him in a bad mood.
Yeah, no, so you're supposed to just be like, yeah, he's I don't know.
I was trying to think of something bad to say about him. The only thing I can think of is his phone. Like, I'm pretty bad about my phone. Every time I see Uriah's like, yeah, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And I don't know if he's talking to his phone or me, but he's like, Yeah, I talked to you.
You sound like Jaslyn and my mom.
You have to do it personally. So Harrington's supposed, because we got other guests in the room. Harrington's job is no, it's okay. I walked him through it in the bathroom. I said, what we'll do is, because we got lots of guests coming in, right? So you'll have to be the bad guy, and you'll have to go, right, you know, I'll have 15, 20 minutes, and then because we've got rude boy Randy Brown patiently waiting over there.
Randy Brown's gonna beat the shit out of us
I said,
if we
let's
don't
make a
hurry
joke out of it, because we don't want to be rude to the guests. I said, come over and be like, right, that's your time. And we'll be like, whoa, Harrington, why are you going to be so rude? And he's in the background going, I'm like, that is not what we said.
You guys are running out of time, huh? You only got the studio for another 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
50 minutes or hour and 40 minutes? 5 or 5:30? Okay, yeah.
Right.
Time is valuable.
Come on, get out of here, Faber. We got a car service.
Slava, let's get out of this.
We got a
this
car service.
We got better stuff to do anyway.
We got flowers.
We didn't want to be here.
We got an Instagram gift bag for you.
Oh, wow.
We got a million extra followers for you.
Hey, we're still... He's still in poor fighter mode. I'm still in college mode. We're going to get some free food in the...
Jamahal Hill, just real quick on this final question. Jamahal Hill said, nobody should ever go to college. You should not go to college. That's what he said.
I disagree, but you don't have to go to college. I had a great time. Almost got kicked out of the dorms. I had a great wrestling career. You meet a lot of people, meet a lot of connections, a lot of females. Go to college.
Yeah. Well, don't. I didn't.
To have fun.
Go to college or learn at least one craft.
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, not everyone has to go to college, but I would say, but some people have to go to college. Otherwise, if it's left to idiots like me,
we're
not going to advance as a society.
We need some specialists.
Uriah, come here. You're the man. I really appreciate you coming up. I know it's out your way. Don't worry, the car service, and you're going to do a Paddy Pimblett and send me an invoice, and you know what I mean.
A Paddy Pimblett.
You know, I've got the receipts. I've got the receipts.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the man. You're right. Hey, Viacheslav, good luck this weekend. One more time, the dance. One more time.
Let's go.
Come on. One more time. Hey, but I need the intro.
Hey.
Yes. Hey. And what the Russian people do? You know, like if you're doing that, is everyone like in the background going?
No, isn't there the one like this? The hand one.
What do they do? We do this. Anthony, come on. You're gonna do this. Come on, let's go. Come on, you're right.
Do the hands with
come on.
There's no music?
No, we're good. 3, 2, 1, go. Anthony, come on.
We're doing this one? All right. I feel like I'm doing this chicken thing here.
I think on that note, you guys got to get the fuck out. All right, we're out. Thanks, brother. Oh, man. He left. I got it. He left me hanging.
Oh, man.
No. He left me bloody hanging, John. Stepping up. Rude boy. Randy Brown. What's up, rude boy? How we doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
I bet we can't get him
Look at the size of this guy.
What's up?
Hold on. Stand here, side by side with Anthony Smith. Here, so the camera can see you. Come over here a little bit. Don't be shy. Are you taller than Anthony?
I think so.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
What are you, 6'4"?
Maybe. I'm 6'3".
Yeah. What are you, Anthony, 6'3"?
They say 6'4".
They say I'm 6'2". Well, the police did when I got arrested. You looked at me as if to say you went 6'2", bro.
No way. Not a chance.
No, I'm shrinking. My back's broken. You got a big fight coming up.
Yes, sir.
When is it? And just remind me who it is again.
I'm fighting Muslim Salikov December 16th, UFC 296.
What's his nickname? The Kung Fu Kid or
Kung Fu King of Kung Fu?
King of Kung Fu.
Right. King of Kung Fu, yeah.
UFC 296.
296.
Next month.
Yes, sir.
How are we feeling?
Incredible.
Yeah?
Incredible. Ready to rock.
What do you think about Muslim Salikov?
I think he's incredible, man. I think he's very dynamic in his stand-up abilities. You know what I mean? Has an amazing spinning back kick. Very hard to see. Not very telegraphed. But I think styles make fights, and I think that I have a good opportunity here to steal some of that thunder he got going on.
What have you been working on? Because remember we had you on a while back.
Don't talk about it.
Well, no, I mean not the like.
Give us a right about now.
Yeah, not the technical
Come on, give us a right about now. Give us a right about now. Right about now. God, sorry.
Well, you were talking just about like learning on the job a lot. You know what I mean, and trying to just get on that path and like be consistent. You felt like you're still on that path? Like you think things are going better now?
I think things are going much better. I mean, I think I'm 6-1 in my last 7, I believe, and I think things are working out. But there's always mistakes. There's always learning curves. We're always continuously growing throughout. So I'll still make mistakes here and there. You know what I mean? But one thing is that I'm always gonna learn and be back better every single time.
So 6-1 at welterweight.
Yes, sir.
That's a tremendous run.
Yeah.
Just remind me, who was responsible for the one?
It was Jack
Della Maddalena.
Yeah, Jack Della
He's a son of a bitch. He's good. He's good. 6-1. So you're closing in. You know what I mean? I mean, that is a tremendous resume that anyone should be proud of. For sure. 296 is a big kind of welterweight highlighter, isn't it? I mean, you've got the main event, the belts on the line.
Yep.
You've got Ian Gary versus Vicente Luque.
Yes.
You've got Shavkat versus who's Shavkat
Wonder
fighting?
Boy.
Wonder Boy.
And then we also got Pantoja fighting for the 125 belt. That's
yeah.
main event.
So, but like if you go out there and you make a big splash and you get a tremendous victory,
sure.
and of course Muslim's a tough guy, and he's a very, very well respected opponent.
Absolutely.
So all the best to you. There's some possibilities of some very exciting matchmaking for you.
For sure.
Out of those matches that I just mentioned, obviously everyone wants a title fight, but you got to be realistic.
For sure.
But Ian Gary, Vicente Luque, do you think the winner of that, or even not the loser of that, because you don't want to fight someone that just lost, but
the winner? Absolutely.
Yeah. You think that could be a realistic matchup?
We're on the same wavelength. Absolutely. The winner of that fight is someone that is something that I've been looking at. You know what I mean? A potential situation for sure. There's other matchups as well. There's other great matchups. I mean, to think that I'm 6-1 in my last 7 and I'm unranked is ridiculous.
I know it's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Crazy.
I mean, arguably going into that Jack fight, everyone was like, why are you taking a fight with an unranked guy? You should be moving into the rankings. But sometimes you got to be twice as good, and that's just life. So you got to take the chances. And I did that, and it didn't pay off. But now I bounced back with a win after that, and then now another win here. Got to put me into the rankings and give me a good matchup against some of those guys,
Right. So before I want to roll it forward too far, the Brazilian kid, I keep forgetting his name.
Which one?
There's
100 of them.
No,
million of them.
Wellington Turman. There we go. Thank you. I felt like I've talked about this since then, like when I'm talking about people taking fights and learning a lot of lessons, but still being able to get the win. I felt like I seen you grow in there a lot. Like you seemed a whole lot more patient.
For sure.
What'd you take from that? Like when you left there and you sat down and you flew home and you sat, like what were those lessons? I'm just really curious because I've talked about it a couple times.
There's a big glaring lesson for me, right? And everyone talks about it is, a technical lesson in the leg kicks. Right? I need to fix, checking the leg kicks. That's something
you and me
that
both, bro.
Everyone, I know. we spoke about it before, right?
Yep.
That's something that I know people they're gonna see me. They're gonna see Randy Brown and they're gonna say, all right, what's my first method of attack? To potentially beat this guy, let me attack his legs. He has a deep boxing stance, you know what I mean? And I've worked on that and I've developed ways around it and I've been, doing really well in camp, But in that last fight against Thurman in particular, that camp with Pereira and those guys, they throw a specific low kick. I see he hit DC with one. Yeah.
It's different.
It's no tell on that shot.
Pereira hit DC. Yuri hit me. So
I did see that with
he
uppercutted
me. Bro, come on, man. I got the chin. Carry on.
Yeah, but it's there's a kick they throw it kind of straight up.
Yeah.
So I had to make the adjustment.
And there's no
during that fight. There's
hip
no
movement. Yeah,
so
it's
I
weird.
couldn't see it. He just topped, and it doesn't hurt initially, but it adds up, and it
Over
continuously
time.
it chop. And it forced me to say, all right, I can't play this game on the outside. I need to just get in. And then, I showed the other side of my game where it showed that I can grind and I can wrestle.
And I think that's the first time we've seen you do that, where you've had to change your game plan and then just decide, I'm going to grind because I just need this W.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of growth, like to show the ability and do it live. I think that's a hard thing to do.
100%. It's making my coach once told me a sign of a caliber fighter is being able to make the adjustments on the fly last minute, and that was a moment, something I thought about in that fight, and I had to make the adjustment, and that's what I did.
Now, you're looking sharp here today, brother.
Yes, sir.
I like this outfit, man.
I appreciate it.
No, you're looking good. The shoes, I couldn't pull them off, but it all works. It's very, very stylish. You're here, New York City. This is pretty much your hometown, right? You're from New York?
Yes, sir.
You want to fight the winner of Ian Gary and Vicente Luque?
Yes, sir.
Who wins that fight? Because you've got style, but Ian Gary's got a certain style as well. You know, he likes to talk a lot, man. What do you think of this guy?
Hey, I like him. I actually like Ian Gary.
Oh, me too. I think he's great for the sport.
A lot of people didn't initially, but I always was like, I like this dude. I think, and naturally in the sport, we kind of, when people are outside of the box or are very confident, we always want to say, we want to see that guy lose. We don't like that guy. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't look at it that way. I always thought, I was curious to see what he can do and what he brought to the table. You know what I mean? So I was like, keep doing what he's doing. Obviously now he's ahead of me in the rankings. I'd still love a matchup with him.
You're kind of a quieter guy though, right? And he has a loud and more brash style. And I agree with you. I think people like that are good for the sport because it evokes emotion one way or the other.
100%.
Some people are going to support, some people want you to lose. But when you make noise like that and then you back it up inside the octagon, as you say, he's ranked, he's doing big things. Is there sometimes you think, and I know what the answer is and I know what I think, but does it ever occur to you that maybe you need to try and be a bit more outspoken?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone says that, and the thing is, people are like, I know you personally, and like, if you just show this side of you and just be.
So outside of this, you're a bit more of a.
I'm a little vocal,
literal rude boy.
Look, I could be. It depends on who you ask. You know what I mean?
Well, is this your lady over here in the background?
Right here, yep, Sophia.
Sophia,
Geraldine.
Hello,
Sophia Geraldine. He's rolling deep. Is he a rude boy?
Yeah.
When he's not around, is this the quiet
no
Randy?
hesitation. She said, yeah.
Give her a microphone. Hamilton, go. Is this the quiet Randy Brown? We're not getting the real Randy Brown.
They're all.
Get her a microphone, Hamilton. Faster.
Just
Run with the microphone.
Run.
Don't trip.
You don't mind, do you?
No, go ahead.
They're all real versions of him. So he's like all these things. But he could definitely be ruder. But I think I don't know. You have to get him there.
How do we do that?
You just gotta be the right type of rude back to him. I don't know.
Okay.
I can pull that off, I reckon.
I don't think Ian Gary's gonna have any problem probably doing that.
Yeah.
No. I think with Ian is very brass. You know what I mean? And for someone,
hold that microphone.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm not gonna sit there and take something. You know what I mean? It just depends. I carry myself. I walk quietly, but I carry a big stick. Right?
Yeah.
So
I like that.
For me, it's
I walk
like
quietly, but I carry a big stick. A big stick.
So for me, it's like, I don't need to go out my way to disrespect people. I want to treat people how I want to be treated. But because I take disrespect so seriously, I don't ever want to offend anyone because I don't ever want to be offended. Because when I go get offended, I want to take it here.
You treat everybody how you would like to be treated.
100%.
And that's a great way to live your life. And forgive me, what was your name again? I apologize. Sophia, pardon me, Sophia.
No, you're good.
Sophia, when was the last time he got disrespected? When was the last time he flipped his lid? When he was turned into the real rude boy?
That's like every other day.
It's an act. It's an act.
He is very calm, cool, and collected for sure. But as soon as he senses disrespect, he'll kind of, assess the situation, being like, "Are they being disrespectful?" And then you just see him, go off the charts. But
I want to see it. Not right now. Right now.
No. You probably saw a moment ago Viacheslav Borshchev giving us a treat, and you don't have to do this. Give one of his native dances.
Let me tell you, Bisping. I'm in the dancing business.
I can't do it. I'm racist. I can't do it. But is there like
I can give you some more patois. I give you all the patois you want. I give you all the patois you want.
Go on, give me one.
I give you another proverb.
Give me a proverb. I can't remember, bro. I can't remember yesterday.
Listen, all right, so I can't remember yesterday. You can't catch Quaco, you catch him shut.
You can't catch Quaco, you can't catch shut.
You cannot catch Quaco.
You cannot catch Quaco.
So you catch his shirt.
So you're catching shots. You cannot catch Quaco.
So you catch his shirt.
So you catch his shirt. What does that mean, Anthony? What's your breakdown of that?
Fuck, I don't even know.
You cannot catch a Quaco.
If you can't, so in English, if you can't catch Quaco.
What's a Quaco?
A bird. You catch his shirt. A bird that wears a shirt. You catch his shirt.
So what's the definition of that?
You can't catch Quaco, you catch him shut. You catch his shirt. someone disrespects you, right? You can't catch that person, and maybe it's not the right way to deal with that. There's other ways to deal with it, right?
I like
catch
that.
something, close to them, or you catch.
That's good. That's good.
That's the most
I like
gangster
that.
shit I've ever heard.
I know it sounds so cool as
That's the
well.
most gangster shit. I feel like you could just say it right out loud and people would be like, I don't know what that means, but really you're talking mad shit.
Yeah, it sounds like poetic and profound.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I could listen to this shit all day.
Right.
So like when you talk, like you would in Jamaica, it's cool as hell. And people say to me in England, they go, what's with the American accent, Mike? Because believe it or not, this is not how people where I'm from talk. And the way I talk is like really bad because most people, they kind of talk like this. I'm like, and I came out here to America and people were like, what the fuck language is that you speaking? Do you know what I mean? So I had to change it a little bit, to be understood. Do you know what I mean? But you don't need to change a thing, brother. I like that. You can't catch a quacker.
There's
catch his shit.
There's this white guy on Instagram that I watch all the time where he'll just like be having this normal ass conversation, like just like a normal American speaking guy, and then like he'll come up to someone that's Jamaican and it'll just be full.
He wears the glasses?
Yes, I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Can you
like
do an English
to it.
accent?
I can't. I mean, at least.
Try.
Come on, give us your best English.
All right, what can we say?
Hello there, my name's Rude Boy Randy Brown, and this weekend I shall be competing at, well, not Madison Square Garden actually, it will be the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Boom, damn. All right.
See, he always puts me on the spot like this too, and I can't ever do any accents.
Man, let me see. It's interesting because Jamaican patois is derives from the Queen's English, right? So we say things like crepe. We call cookies biscuits.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Trousers.
Well, we have cookies and we have biscuits. Biscuits are like English style biscuits. The cookies are the American style cookies. I prefer cookies.
The cookies in Jamaica we call cookies biscuits.
Oh, okay.
Biscuits.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All right.
And trousers, you wear
trousers.
Trousers.
Yeah, trousers, pants, jeans.
Yeah, crepe. Your shoes, crepe. Speaking of crepes. I like those.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
But something's happened. Oh, St. Laurent.
Anthony Smith, you got some. Look at those bad boys. Now, I want to ask you a question. I'll ask you a question. All right, so we're all dressed nicely. He's got no socks on.
I do have socks on. There are no shows, Mike.
Okay,
no shows always.
The ankles are on display, but how do we feel about the no sock shoes?
You trying to send a message?
What?
I think you're trying to say if there's no socks in the black, what seems to be ups like the style.
Yeah.
What's the message?
The message is I'm here for business.
For sure.
What, to whoop some ass?
Yeah, I'm here to get it
done.
done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. In New
why?
York,
Why is that? In New York?
You remember Tyson?
It's
Tyson
like,
from Brooklyn, right?
It's like wearing black Air Forces.
Like wearing black Air Force, right?
Yeah.
But Tyson used to wear the black sneakers, the black boxing shoes.
Right.
But they were lows.
No socks, lows.
Yeah.
No socks. No walkout music, just a towel. It's a message.
Yeah.
Really?
And
So-
no robe, always the towel with the hole cut in it.
Yeah.
So it's no. I mean, I don't know where are the rough areas these days because it used to be like what. The Bronx and stuff like that. Where's like the toughest neighborhood in Brooklyn? Sorry, in New York. What's the toughest neighborhood?
There's a bunch of different ones. Bronx is up there.
So if I went bouncing down there, right, looking like Anthony Smith, right, shoes on, pants pulled up, no socks.
Believe it or not, you'll be fine.
Giving it a bit of that, you dickhead.
There's no Air Forces.
Walking down. What would happen? They'd be like, whoosh.
I mean, you're a white guy. You'll be all right.
That motherfucker's
Put me in the wrong
lost.
neighborhood.
Yeah, the motherfucker's
They're
lost.
gonna assume that you're lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he'll probably just think you're the police and just stay away from you.
You ever seen Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Die Hard with a Vengeance. No, but I
the
did
best.
see
Where
Die
they
Hard.
put the fucking
sign.
sign on him, but they got the gun taped to his back. That's what we should do to Mike. Yeah.
I'll do it for a YouTube video. Let's go. I'll get cancelled to the max. You remember what it said on that board?
I do remember. I'm not going to say
We
it.
ain't saying that. I saw that video recently and had all the death and everything and whatever. A lot of stuff was bleeped out. Anyway, moving on. Main event, we're going to get a prediction. Who wins?
I like Yuri. All right.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
No, right.
Nobody wants to upset anybody.
I'm doing a prediction. Actually, I film a prediction here at the tiny office. Right afterwards, if you want to come sit with me in the tiny office, I can give you a full
Well, I'm sitting with you right now in a tiny office.
Right. This is a big office, right? In the tiny office,
Step
I
into
got
my
you. I
office.
can just give you boom.
Okay.
But for now, I like Yuri. I do think both of them are not as defensively sound. So I think it's any man's game, but I'm going to go with Pereira.
Oh, okay. And you've got Pereira.
I do.
I seem to be so far the only person picking Yuri.
Yeah, maybe because he can grapple better.
Yeah, I am leaning on that. I also think, and again, this is not me underestimating Alex Pereira. I'm a real big fan. And I mean, you got to look at what he's achieved, right? Yeah. This is his 7th fight. He's beaten 3 UFC champs. If he wins this, he's beaten 4 UFC champs in 7 fights. I mean, that's incredible.
That's insane.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yuri Prochazka on the other side, this is his 4th fight in the UFC, his 2nd title fight. Do you know what I mean? What both men have done in such a rapid time is unbelievable. Yeah. I said to him yesterday, I said it took me about 15 years and 29 fights to even sniff a title fight.
Yeah, but
these guys are walking off the street and knocking champs out.
They got better opportunities than you got early on in their careers.
I think though,
Yuri came in. Like, his first fight in the UFC was Volkan Ozdemir, ranked number 7 in the world.
Yeah, but if you look at what he did outside the UFC,
right, his only loss was Nemkov, I believe.
Very impressive, though.
Like, outside the UFC.
What do you think about Pereira? I mean, Pereira pretty much, because of the lack of, diversity in the middleweight division at the time. And Izzy was lapping everything.
Well, without his history.
But he beaten Izzy twice in kickboxing as well. So that kind of fast-tracked him.
The path that he's gotten, I'm pretty sure there were guys that would have given him stylistically, would have given him a hard time.
I agree.
100%
I agree, and that's partly why I'm picking Yuri. And again, I could be very wrong because I know for a fact Pereira has the ability to knock him out. Of course he does. Sure. Of course. But I also think that if you look at Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz, right, and whilst I thought he did fantastically to beat a former champion, no easy feat, the one thing that stood out to me, and maybe I'm wrong, and what do you guys think, is that it didn't seem like the power was as devastating as what it was at middleweight.
Hold on. I said that one time about him, and he freaked the absolute fuck out.
Well, he can fucking freak out. Bring it on.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that, again, what I've always said, that I think the advantages he has at 185, he doesn't enjoy at 205. He's nowhere close to the largest 205er. His power, although he has the ability to knock anybody out, it's not special at 205. I think guys like Rakic are significantly larger, more powerful. Johnny Walker is significantly larger, more powerful. The list goes on. There's a few other guys. Technically, he's special, for sure.
I agreed with that, by the way. When you made that statement, I did agree with that.
I appreciate that.
It's true. What can you say? I mean, he's not as powerful because guys up there kind of can match that. They're bigger.
Yeah, they're bigger, they're stronger, they got thicker bones, they got bigger jaws generally.
I don't even know how he was making that weight class, to be honest.
It's wild.
I don't even know how he's making 185 because that's a big dude. He came to Brooklyn one time to one of the boxing gyms that I train at, and he sparred one of my sparring partners, Khalil Cole, and that video ended up going viral or whatever, and I can tell you.
That's the boxer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're boxing, whenever
I've seen that video.
Yeah. It was clipped up a little bit. That's fair,
Okay.
But you know how that goes.
As they do.
Yeah. But obviously he's not a boxer, he's a kickboxer. So Khalil was super sharp. Every time he threw anything, bongs, bongs, snapping his head back. And that's why I speak to him not being defensively sound, right? But whenever he did go, everyone you just got to cover up. Everyone that he went with, whenever he decided to just F it, I'm not going to play this technical game on the outside and through, he pretty much hurt everybody. You know what I mean? So he does have that special power. But like you said, not at that weight class. I don't think it's as devastating.
And again, that's one fight in Salt Lake City. They were at elevation. So maybe he was tired and all the rest of it. You can slice it a thousand different ways. But I will say this, though. I was going to say goodbye to you there, but you bring up a good point. You know what impresses me about Alex Pereira and a lot of people? But Alex, when you look at him on social media or you see videos, he's everywhere. Yeah. He's all over the place. He's not in one place. What does that tell you? He's willing to do the work, make the sacrifices, get on a plane, go to Brazil, go to Vegas, come up to New York, or here, there, and everywhere. I'm talking of going here, there, and everywhere. You can go back to your little tiny office and you can make your prediction. Get the hell out of it. Hey, good luck next month.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Randy. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I got to get you in a tiny office with me, man.
Hey, man, anytime. Do you have a podcast or anything?
Yeah, I do have a podcast.
Well, thank you for asking me to come on sometime. Anytime, brother.
I'm talking about when you're done here.
I'll come in.
Like 5 minutes.
Would love to. Would love to. You got it, brother. And Sophia and Geraldine.
Thank you.
Put me on blast. All right.
I got to be careful what I say, though.
She said, like every other day.
Yeah, every other day.
Yeah,
I know. He comes on here and he's all like, he's the coolest guy ever. Nothing angers me. And every other day he's losing his shit. There he is. My man, take care. Later, brother. Thank you.
Take care, man.
All right, guys, we're going to tell you about Prize Picks, which is the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports platform in North America. And they're also the easiest and the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. It is just you against the numbers. So instead of battling against thousands of other players, including pros and sharks, you just pick more or less with the numbers. Simple as that. For example, this weekend, Tom Aspinall. Will he land more or less than 22 strikes? Pretty simple. That's the pick. You want to go main event? Alex Pereira in the main event. Will he land more or less than 50 strikes? That's easy. What is your pick? And that's all you got to do. You haven't got to be an expert. You haven't got to go up against thousands of other people. And Prize Picks is absolutely ridiculously fun. And you can 25x your money. All you got to do is select which number, more or less, higher or lower. More than 22 or less than 22. More than 50 or less than 50. And by the way, they do football. They do a bunch of other sports as well. So get involved. Make yourself a little bit of dough and have a bit of fun. Go to prizepicks.com/believe. Use code BELIEVE for a first deposit match of up to $100. As I said, go to prizepicks.com/believe. prizepicks.com/believe. The code is BELIEVE for a deposit match of up to $100. Will Tom land more than 22 strikes? I say yes. Will Pereira land more than 50? I say yes. But don't come after me if I'm wrong. Well, how about Rude Boy Randy Brown?
I always have a really good time when we have Randy Brown on. He's so intelligent. I don't think he gets I want to see more of him, like doing his own show.
I want to see him losing his shit.
I do want to see him
every
lose
other
his
day.
shit. Oh, for sure.
Talking shit.
She called him out so quick.
I know, it's great. It's great.
I love
he
it.
Puts forward this facade. You have a really good time with Rude Boy. Have you had a really good time in here, in person, at the Meta Studios with the guys?
Do you ever feel like you end up in places you don't belong at? Look at Harrington over here, shadow boxing. What is he doing?
Brian just said he's such an effing goon.
Do you ever feel like you're in places you don't belong?
But I have constant imposter syndrome.
Me too. That's why I feel like here, like even walking from here to go use the bathroom, there's all these people and everyone's got a computer and they look super smart and they're like on a mission. Like, I don't belong here.
Yeah. Let's get out of it. We're imposters. We're fakes. Thank you to everyone for watching. If you're still watching by now and you haven't tuned off because I've been annoying you. But we had some good guests there. Chito Vera obviously couldn't make it. He was supposed to come. He must have got stuck in traffic or something like that. But we're running out of time here. So we're going to wrap this one up. Harrington's going to jump in and undermine everything I just said. What? Yes, Harrington?
If you're listening on Spotify or wherever you find podcasts, make sure you subscribe. Leave us a 5-star rating, positive review. It really helps out on those platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit that notification bell to find out whenever a new episode drops. And if you want to catch over 400 episodes you can't find anywhere else, completely ad-free and totally uncensored, head to gasdigital.com. Use the promo code BYM. Get a 7-day free trial. Check out over 20 great shows on the net.
Harrington, come and join us real quick for the big finale.
You're about to mess.
You're about to pull the cameras
Jesus
over.
Christ.
Oh my God. That would have been awful, but also at the same time hilarious. I'm just going to say put it under that wire, but it's okay. It can
it's
reach.
fine.
Come on, squeeze in, Harrington. Oh, come on.
But okay.
Okay. We're going to ask you a question.
Okay, what's the question?
And don't let me down. Everyone else that has sat in your position today has been sitting on a fence. Mm-hmm. Who wins the main event?
Yuri Prochazka.
Thank you, a man that talks sense.
No doubt about it.
So if Anthony is wrong, what does he have to do on Monday's show?
I feel that's up to Jamahal Hill. Like the onus is still on Jamal. We can ask him after he knows the outcome, make it even funnier.
I think he has to eat another hot chip.
Ooh, I don't know. There was a guy. Didn't a guy just die or something?
A guy died.
Somebody did.
A child.
I can't die. It's a child. Yeah, we can't do that.
Obviously, a big shame.
They're pulling him off the shelves because of that.
Rest in peace, of course. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
we have some back. We have some in reserve. That's all I'm going to say.
We got a couple.
I have like 5 or 6 packages.
I sure as fuck.
Co-main event. What do we think?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Friend of the show, Big Tom. You think anybody who's come on this program is picking anybody else?
So I have spearheaded Tom like quite aggressively because I do genuinely believe in that. And people have been like, oh, you're being very biased. I'm not commentating on this show. I have tremendous respect for Sergey. And honestly, as the fight's getting closer, I'm getting a little nervous for Tom because the possibility of getting knocked out is real, you know. But I'm basing my opinion on what I've seen. You know what I mean? And the performances and his movement and his agility. But one shot can change everything. But yeah, he could be the third ever English champion, which is an incredible thing.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
First ever heavyweight?
He seems so calm.
First ever heavyweight.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about those two. That's what I was saying. The two giants.
It's like he doesn't realize the position that he's in almost. Like he hasn't digested it completely.
I did an interview with him, available on my YouTube channel, with him at Madison Square Garden the other day, and he came in and we sat down and he was like, wow, this is cool. He said, now it's starting to feel real.
Does the 2.5 weeks notice matter? Because oddly enough, you were in the exact same position. Is it almost better that you don't have enough time to let it sit on your stomach forever and get nervous?
Well, yes and no. Obviously, well, yeah. From the question that you asked, yes, it's better.
Yeah, of course, you would rather have more time.
You'd rather have a full camp.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. You can't worry about it. You've just got to do it. He's manned up. He said he'll take on the most dangerous guy on short notice. But as soon as I found out, I texted him. I said, listen, it's not about the 2.5 weeks. It's about the lifetime of training and preparation that you've done. The reality is, though, that's a great fight. And I do believe that both those men, they're the future of the heavyweight division.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know, Jones and Stipe, happens, doesn't happen. They continue fighting, whatever. They're going to retire at some point.
Right. Soon. Likely.
More than likely.
Yeah.
When they're gone, I believe Tom and Sergey, they're going to be the guys that maybe the belt goes back and forth between them. Maybe we get a trilogy, things like that.
Yeah.
I really think that those two are the top of the food chain.
I totally agree. I'm trying to, in my head, I'm trying to think, who are the other couple guys?
Well, Curtis Blades has a win over Tom because of the leg break, and you know it's a valid win. To be fair,
it's a win. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
the heavyweight division looks like it's going in good places.
Well, I was going to say, what is your feelings on like a Jailton Almeida after this weekend? Able to keep Derek Lewis down for 24 something minutes.
You know, I was talking like when Randy Brown was here. I was saying. He was the example that I used. I feel like Jailton Almeida got all the lessons of a loss without having to take it. I think he's going to grow a lot. I do think that as MMA fans, we are going to be fickle and we're going to give him shit about it. And he has to accept that because it's all about winning. The W is the most important thing. But if you're going to fight like that, I love watching it because we're MMA nerds. I love watching that. But the channel flipping MMA fan isn't going to want to watch that. So you got to kind of just accept the criticism and say, you know what, I did what I had to do to get a win. I'll make it up next time.
You know what else we got to accept? It's the end of the show, guys.
All right, man.
It's the end of the show. That's it. I'm going to go to the boxing at Madison Square Garden tonight.
Hell yeah.
I've got to do some.
Thanks for the invite.
I'm going on a baseball game. Do you want to come?
No, I got shit to do.
Brian doesn't want to come to the fight. Anthony doesn't want to come to the fight.
I got a dinner with Stipe.
I don't want to have to fight Harrington and feel bad about it.
You've wanted to fight Harrington for quite some time. You would have a legitimate reason to beat him up.
So let's go.
Let's go. Guys, that's it. That's the show. Big thank you to everyone that joined us. Urijah, Viacheslav Borshchev, Rude Boy Randy Brown, Jamahal Hill, of course. That was a big one. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Harrington. And thank you, Mr. Lionheart Smith.
Yeah.
There it is. Goodbye.